can turn the world on with a smile. You can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile. Well, it's your girl and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, don't need to fake it. You can never down, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all.
Hi everybody, welcome to the show. Today is Thursday, June 28th, and Marc has 740 days left to go in his U.S. prison sentence. I just visited him last weekend, and it was, of course, wonderful to see him. And exciting news in the prison visiting room, they got a new backdrop. So we got new photos with a new backdrop instead of the beach scene that we've been up against all this time. So that's kind of a minor thing, but we enjoyed that. But these are the last batch of photos from earlier this month on June 9th and 10th. I've got 10 photos of us together, and as you can see, as always, he's looking pretty tanned and pretty good. We took a few different ones where he's given me a big smooch, and then another one where it's up close and we're looking at each other instead of looking at the camera. So trying to get creative as much as we can given the photo studio setting. So that's that. Those are our pictures, and I'm going to show you the next ones as soon as I get them. Now, Marc actually lost his prison job. In prison at $18 a month, he was working a full-time job in the evenings at the music room, replacing guitar strings, tuning guitars, signing out instruments, and doing all that. And he's always been very good at the job, but apparently too many guitar strings are being broken, according to the officer who runs the area, and Marc disagreed politely, but maybe the officer is having a bad day. I don't know, but he told Marc to leave, and Marc lost his job. So he can still go play his music there, and now he has his evenings free, so he's going to be trying to write more letters back to people. And in fact, we've got a project underway where he's having postcards made that he can send out to people because he gets so many letters and he can't respond to them all, so he wants to send at least a little token with a message on the back. So that's coming up, and of course all your support here at Cannabis Culture Headquarters and Cannabis Culture Online helps me help Marc make all this happen. And we've also got something very cool created by Gary Wintle. Gary Wintle's an artist who started with Cannabis Culture magazine years ago and designed the Free Marc logo that we all know. And he came up with a poster for Marc's prison band called Yazoo. And it's a great drawing illustration, as you can see. Gary is very talented, and I'm going to print off a bunch of these to send to Marc. And I think it might be one of the only prison bands to ever have a really professional poster made for their prison band performances. Now, it's in the yard, it is behind bars, it is still prison, but Marc is making the most of it, and he really enjoys having his bass guitar and his band that he's the leader of. So he keeps his spirits up, and thank you so much to Gary Wintle. You can go to GaryWintle.com, check out all the work that he's done. He's amazing, we love him. Coming up on Sunday, Cannabis Day. It's Canada Day here across our great nation, and we in Vancouver celebrate something called Cannabis Day. It's our own take on our celebration for freedom and celebrating our culture. So down at the Art Gallery, every year we have a big rally with music, performances, speakers, and this year we're stepping it up and having prizes and giveaways and all sorts of goodies. So you can come on down to the Art Gallery in downtown Vancouver on Sunday and celebrate with us. And if you're doing something anywhere else across Canada, send me an email. We've got a website almost launched, a bit late, I'll admit, but cannabisday.ca is a website where we'll have all sorts of photo galleries and information and a map of celebrations across the country. So if you hold a gathering in your town in Canada, send an email to me, Jodie at cannabisculture.com, and I'll make sure we get you on the website, and we'll launch that as soon as possible. Now, you've all seen, I hope, the movie The Union, The Business Behind Getting High. Fantastic film, probably the best, in my opinion, about cannabis and prohibition. And they did a wonderful job featuring the story about Marc, Michelle, and Greg and the DEA, who, of course, had them arrested here in Canada for their financing of activism through seed sales. And that movie was very popular, and the creators are now coming out with a second film called The Culture High. Now, Adam Scorgi and the crew that they've got are amazing people, and they need your help to make this movie happen. If you go to the front page of cannabisculture.com, you'll see we have an article about the culture high, and a Kickstarter campaign. Kickstarter is a program where people donate money to make a project happen, and if they meet that goal, then they make the movie. So we're encouraging you to donate even as little as $5 or whatever you've got to be in this movie in the credits. They're offering a great way to reward you for your support. So go read that article and check it out on Facebook, and you can find out info just by Googling it. And definitely give your support to these guys, and they'll make another fantastic film. In fact, The Union, the first movie, was even screened on Parliament Hill in Canada to educate members of Parliament about marijuana and prohibition, and it actually got people talking and thinking about it. So these guys are amazing. Send them your support. Check it out on the front page of cannabisculture.com, and I'll make sure the link is down below so you can just get straight to it. Great news on the front of cannabis reform. Chicago City Council voted in large numbers, only 3 opposed, to support decriminalizing marijuana. That means if you have under 15 grams, you won't go get arrested by police. You'll get a ticket, but we've seen from other places in the US that a ticket has been better, like in Massachusetts, instead of getting arrested. So this will, as they admit, save many, many minorities from going to prison. They admit that marijuana laws don't impact white people as much as it does blacks and Hispanics and others. So they said that this decriminalization will actually help stop the racial arrests that are going on, because again, they said it doesn't typically happen to most other people. It is definitely a class and race war. So this is a step forward. It's fantastic. That's a big city. It's big news. And the message grows stronger with more and more support all the time. And it's thanks to people who take action and make it happen. So definitely give your support to those who are taking it to the streets and to the places of power, and do what you can in your way to make a difference too. Now, my last show, I forgot to announce about the Free Marc t-shirt giveaway, and I didn't do any of that. So I was going to give away 2 shirts to 2 different winners because I was gone. But I only got 5 entries because I didn't mention it. So I'm going to give all of you a Free Marc t-shirt, all 5 of you. You're the pretty regular ones. Mike R, Matt C, James N, Giesz-Ramsay, and Frederick O. I'm going to send you all an email, and you can let me know if you'd like a white Free Marc t-shirt or a black one, and of course get me your size and the address, and we'll send that out with some Free Marc stickers and a button. And thank you to the 5 of you who entered. Even though I didn't mention the draw, I figured I should give you guys a little reward. So thank you for tuning in and for always sharing my show around and doing what you can to help bring attention to what Marc has done and what we're continuing to do here at Cannabis Culture Headquarters. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, enter for next week. I'll do the draw this time for sure. Enter by emailing Jodie@cannabisculture.com, and I'll put you in my folder and print up all the names, and next week I'll draw a name to get a Free Marc t-shirt prize pack. Thanks a lot, guys, and have fun on Canada Day and Cannabis Day and wherever and whatever you're doing. Take care.